Hey y'all, what's cracking? I'm here for another episode of Intuneology with Zen Jen. Today I am here to talk about the Age of Aquarius. We are on the threshold of a new age, a new era. Every 2150 years, we enter a new age. This has been long awaited and even prophesized, also known as the Golden Age of Aquarius. The transformation is personal as well as it is collective. The veil is thinning, and it's all about great awakening and collective revelation. So what is the Age of Aquarius? The astrological age or era is about 2,000 years or so. Like I said, about 2150 years. During this period, we have new ideals, values, and themes. In this age, that of Aquarius. 2000 AD is between Pisces and Aquarius. There are 12 signs to the zodiac. Every 2150 years equals 25,800 years as a whole cycle for the zodiac. This is also known as the Great Year. Our Earth has a tilt and a wobble. And this is because Earth is on its axis. It's not straight up and down. And it spins around this axis. Also, it spins around this way. This is known as the precession of the equinoxes. It takes 25,800 years for time to go completely around in one circle, also known as the Great Year, like I said. This is where the ages number comes from, 2150 years. 12 signs divided by 25,800 is 2150. So when is the beginning of the Age of Aquarius? Well, astrologers disagree about when the actual start is. There is no one answer because all constellations are different sizes. Some even overlap with each other. Some astrologers believe the constellations should be equal in size. Some don't. But the ancients made it so they were equal. So a lot of people do think that. Technically, sometime between 1900 and 2600 is when the start of the Age of Aquarius would be. It doesn't just change overnight though. It takes 300 to 400 years before it transitions. It's a slow moving process. So just some clues that we are entering the Age of Aquarius right now would be technological advancements and the speed that they are accelerating. Technical lifespan is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. I literally have a cell phone for about 1 year now, and I used to collect them as long as I could. But technology is advancing so greatly, we are getting more and more and more into it. Some astrological events. February 4th, 62, they experienced a new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius along with 7 other planets in Aquarius. This was monumental. People were seen outside with their sunglasses on looking at the sun to see the solar eclipse. Next year, we actually have 7 planets in Aquarius again. In the 60s, their ideals were freedom, liberty, and self-expression. Today, December 21st, 2020, we have the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius at 0 degree in the zodiac. Saturn and Jupiter are in the same exact degree in the zodiac. That is known as the great conjunction. They meet every 20 years. It starts a new cycle every 20 years with Jupiter and Saturn. But every 200 years, it changes bigger cycles. So we're moving from an earth sign into the air sign. I will have a video about that in the description if you want to learn more about the Great Conjunction. And coming up 2023 to 2043, we will have Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto takes 200 or more years to go all the way around the zodiac. None of us have seen Pluto in Aquarius. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was in the late 1700s when they had the American Revolution. Aquarius energy will make up most of what we know in our lifetimes. So, Jupiter and Saturn are in the Great Conjunction today. That's a 20-year cycle. Every 20 years they meet up. We are moving from Earth into air signs. That is a 200-year cycle for the Great Conjunctions. Then we have the Age of Pisces moving into the Age of Aquarius. That is about 2,000-year cycles. Then we have the Dark Age into the Light Age. We are moving out of the Dark Age of Pisces and into the Light Age of Aquarius. That is a 13,000-year cycle. So altogether, a great year is a 28,500-year cycle. That is why astrology is so essential. Astrology is just a roadmap of what to expect using the stars, what we were given. The difference between Pisces into Aquarius will be that of dark into that of light ages. This is an even bigger transition happening, along with the Age of Aquarius and the Great Conjunction. One great year is 25,800 years. It's made of two halves, the dark and the light cycle, also known as the Kingdom of the World and the Kingdom of Heaven. At 0 AD to 2100 AD, we had the Age of Pisces. It is spiritual, sensitive, loving, and transcending. It's all about letting go of your ego to see beyond yourself. This was an important transition at the time because we had just gotten out of the Age of Aries, which is a fire sign. So that was about developing ego, pride, and being an individual. Also, it was about military, war, and aggression. This is why the water sign Pisces had to come and put out the fire of Aries, which is compassion, empathy, and universal love. This Pisces age was about letting go of ego, surrendering, and sacrificing. This story is reflected in Jesus Christ. The Age of Pisces literally started with the birth of Jesus. It was the rise of Christianity and other world religions. We've entered the Dark Age of Pisces, which is about the shadowy side. Each age has a higher side and a lower side, the best of the age and the worst of the age. The shadowy side of Pisces is delusion and deception. From 2100 AD to 4000 AD is the Age of Aquarius, the age that we are now entering. That stands for freedom, liberation, authenticity, ingenuity, and humanitarianism. The Pisces into Aquarius is like I believe into I know. I believe is to have faith, is to have trust, learning that we're more than this body and our ego, transcending our body. But moving into I know, it's all about not needing to listen to the opinions of others and finding our inner knowing, individual freedoms, and inner light. During a dark age, we are more focused on material possessions, represented by our lower chakras, grounding into physicality. The veil is thicker. It's harder to feel connected to our spirit or to know that we are multidimensional beings. It's more difficult to connect on a deeper level. A light age is about remembering who we really are, focusing on spiritual values represented by our higher chakras. Creativity, inspiration, genius. The veil is thinner during this light age. It's easier to feel love and compassion. So basically, astrology teaches us everything is cyclical. Everything moves around in cycles. We are moving from the dark age of Pisces into the light age of Aquarius. This means moving away from people who have all the answers and moving towards people who help you find your answers from yourself and within. Find your own answers. Move out of religious control. People who use religious for dark black magic. That is the dark side of Pisces. So like I said, we're in that dark age of Pisces and we're moving into the light age of Aquarius. So we need to shine a light on the shadows in order to move into this light of Aquarius. Evil, religion, black magic, satanic practices, blood sacrifices, manipulation, control, confusion. What you see is not always what you get. There's lots of aversion. It's not just this physical realm. It goes much deeper than what the eye can see. The end of Pisces is the end of a dark age. We have Jeffrey Epstein and Catholic priests everywhere getting arrested for pedophilia. 1%ers are doing rituals, for example, Bohemian Grove in California. Black magic is hidden in plain sight. If you are open and receptive, you can catch on to these things that are going on. This subject is hard to approach for so many because they consider it to be conspiracy theories. This is the hard work that we have to do to shine a light on what is going on in our collective in order to move forward. We have to face the shadows in order to root out the evil and shine a light on it. And that is how we will advance. So, the age of Aquarius, it's all about invention. Massive changes coming within these 2,000 years. Constant states of change. Nothing ever staying the same. This is going to be different than any other age before it. Maybe science finally merging with spirituality. They are two sides of the same story. You have to understand that there's non-physical energy as well as physical energy that you can interpret with your senses. There is other stuff going on, okay? Finally, science is going to be recognizing that. If they can come together, spirituality and science, then we will be able to ascend. We may understand the existence of source and what we are actually a part of, because it's not us who made these physical body apparatuses. We are birthed through a canal of energy, okay? It is so wild. We may have technology powered by our consciousness or our mind. Time is not linear, so we could expand upon time travel, teleportation, and human body technological advancements. As energy is more understood, that we are an energetic body and we have this physical body as well, we may get into more holistic approaches instead of medicine. This is when the age of Capricorn will sweep in to balance things out yet again. So, I hope this explained the age of Aquarius a little better for you so you can understand what is actually going on in the cosmic skies. We are entering a pivotal point in our lives. All of these cycles, 20 years, 200 years, 2,000 years, 13,000 years, 25,800 years, are all starting now at 0 degrees Aquarius. Some may not agree, but you can feel this age of Aquarius energy ushering in as we enter this new air sign cycle, as we enter 2021. So, I wish you guys the best. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm sending you guys my best. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it greatly. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your year. I will be back next week with the full moon, as well as my intro to helping humans, which I've been talking about for a while. But it's coming, y'all. It's coming. Can't wait to start this new show with you of self-care and self-love. I hope you enjoy Intuneology. I'm out, y'all. Have a great night. Silicolo, silicolo, silico, silico, cylinder, silico. Meh. Everything moves around in circles.